Hello all my beautiful folks, welcome back to my channel Visionings by Sunaina. If you're new here, I'm Sunaina. I am a self-taught artist. I'm an ardent lover of anything related to art. I draw, I paint, and I review art materials. I have collected plenty of them over the years, and I hope you enjoy today's session. Today we are going to learn how to draw with Ohuhu Watercolor Brush Pens. If you're new to watercolors, then I think this is a great way to start. Even though the techniques used in traditional watercolor painting and this one is slightly different, but you can avoid the paint mixing part because you have 25 colors in hand, and you can liquidate with the water and make it lighter, and if you want to blend other colors also, you can try that out. But today I have created an illustration, not with the traditional blending techniques, but more for fine details. This is the watercolor illustration that I have done with the brush pens as a practice, and I will try to replicate it for the session today. As you can see, I have not used any loose watercolor techniques and everything is in fine detail, but I have blended two colors to see if the blending is good. Let me open this brush pack. You can see that it's Ohuhu Watercolor Brush Pens. It's a pack of 25, and I had chosen some colors for the illustration, these 5, and set them aside. You can see that it is a brush nib, and these are the other colors. I think I bought this set about 3.5 years back, and I don't see any drying of the ink as such in many of the colors, so I'm pretty happy with it, that they have lasted so many years and the ink is still flowing well. I can't really get over this lovely illustration that is there in the package, but I couldn't quite find the colors to replicate them. Now these are the 5 colors which I have chosen: sap green, light green, light brown, light pink, and light yellow. The names of the colors are actually not written on the pens anywhere, so I guess you just have to swatch and check what color works best for you. As you can see, the tip of the brush pen is quite sharp, so it is doing fine details really well, and the broader coverage is also there when you press down on the brush nib. I'm using RTO's A5 sheets, 300 GSM. Now this watercolor brush pens have worked really well on this paper. When I use them on sketch pads with less GSM, I wasn't quite happy with that. So this is the output which had come in my practice session. The ink had seeped quite well inside the watercolor paper. I am also using POSCA colors for a little bit of a pop in the illustration. Now this was a pastel color set which has a fine tip. These are acrylic water-based markers, and I really use them sparingly to add a pop to my watercolor illustrations or even gouache. Now let us start with the process. I've taken the RTO's A5 sheet and I'll be drawing an outline of the branches with the brown color. I was being very careful not to have blending problems later, to leave space for the green leaves. I have tried using water and blending, but I was not happy with the result. So if you ask me, I would say these work well like markers only, but blending is a little bit tricky. I think I need more practice. I have created some flowers with the blendings, but I wouldn't say the outcome was like pretty great. So that is my review. If you want to use these for watercolor effect and for fine details, please go ahead and use them. They are very easy to draw the fine details. The brush nib is very nice. You can see that the leaves are like coming out very well. If you have that problem with the brushes, normal watercolor brushes, to get fine details, then I think these are a great way to start. But loose if you want the background and other as loose techniques with big to cover broader areas, I would say that you can use your regular watercolors and paint brushes. So you can combine both of them and use it, or if you want to just create cute watercolor greeting cards, something like that, then you can go for it. You can see that I have started to add the greens, and I try to blend in few places, and carefully I am now widening the branch, and in some places I have blended the sap green and the light greens, and the color was okay. I mean, it was like how we mix two colors and we would get a slightly different colors, right? So it came up that way, and I was fine with the colors. And even when I wanted to add fine lines in between the leaves, that also worked well in the previous practice illustration, so you can try that too. By the way, this lovely illustration is inspired by the Hindu festival, which is Yugadi, coming up this month end, and we have mangoes especially for that day. And I was inspired to draw mango groves, which I see in India as a everyday thing, and it's difficult to get to see where I live. So that's the story behind this illustration, and I hope you love it. I have started to add the flower details here with a bit of a pink, and I will add the flower details with POSCA. I'm using the POSCA pink and POSCA white for the flowers. You can also use POSCA yellow and POSCA white for the flowers, it's up to you. I thought pink would give a more pop because I already have this yellow and green combination. I wanted to add a bit more color to it, so I took artistic freedom and I added a pink. Finally, I finished this painting with outlines of the leaves with the sea green color, and you can look at this final output here. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe if you haven't, and thank you for the support. I hope you have a lovely day.
Like, share and subscribe for more videos.